To call to order the Northampton Township Board of Supervisors meeting for Wednesday, April 17th, 2024. I'd like to start with the Pledge of Allegiance and then a moment of silence. Please stand.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Adam couldn't make the meeting tonight, so I'm standing in for him as chair. I'd like to start the meeting off with a special presentation we have for Police Week. Bob, if you could please.
Of course.
Maybe also introduce the gentleman we have from the police department.
I will. Come on up real quick. Make sure I get picked up here. Adam normally would have done this. This is a pleasure for me to have the opportunity to do this, since in a former life I got to work with all these men when I was a district attorney. We had some fun cases over the year. I'm looking specifically at you, Mr. Pinkerton. So we have Chief LeCompte, we have Lieutenant Pinkerton, we have Officer Scher. There's a proclamation I would like to read before, if you'd like, Chief, you give a few words. So whereas the Congress and President of the United States have designated May 15th as Peace Officers Memorial Day and the week in which it falls as Police Week, and whereas the members of the Northampton Township Police Department play an essential role in safeguarding the rights and freedoms of the citizens of Northampton Township, and whereas it is important that all citizens know and understand the problems, duties, and responsibilities of their police department, and that members of our police department recognize their duty to serve the people by safeguarding life and property, by protecting them against violence or disorder, and by protecting the innocent against deception and the weak against oppression or intimidation. And whereas the Northampton Township Police Department has grown to be a modern and scientific law enforcement agency that unceasingly provides a vital public service. Now, therefore, I, Robert Salzer, Township Supervisor, and I'll note that this is signed by Adam Selisker, our chairman, call upon the citizens of Northampton Township and all patriotic civil and educational organizations to observe the week of May 12th through May 18, 2024 as Police Week, commemorating police officers, past and present, who by their faithful and loyal devotion to their responsibilities have rendered a dedicated service to their communities, and in doing so have established for themselves an enviable and enduring reputation for preserving the rights and security of all citizens. I further call upon the citizens of Northampton Township to observe May 15th, 2024 as Peace Officers Memorial Day in honor of those peace officers who, through their courageous deeds, have lost their lives or become disabled in the performance of duty. Presented this 17th day of April, 2024 on behalf of the Northampton Township Board of Supervisors. So, Chief, I'll provide this to you, and I will reiterate, we have the best police officers in Bucks County. That I know.
Yeah.
Thank you for all that you do, and please.
Thank you, Supervisor Salzer.
You're welcome.
And I'd like to thank the board on behalf of the police department. We appreciate your continued support. We appreciate the support we receive from our community every day. And we very much appreciate this because, as you all know, this commemorates the sacrifice, the ultimate sacrifice, by police officers across the nation that have died during their tours of duty. Thank you for recognizing us. Thank you for remembering Police Officers or Peace Officers Memorial Week. And
Thank you.
Okay.
Board,
Yeah, I'd like to have the board members come down for a picture.
where do you want us up?
this side,
Right on this side?
am I the shortest guy here?
I'm tall in spirit. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much. Best work ever. Best work ever.
You guys really did a great job. Thank you. Yeah. All right, see you again. Yeah.
I just want to echo Bob's words that I know the whole board feels and the township administration feels that we do have the finest police officers in not only the county of Bucks, well, probably across the state. And it's very nice living in such a safe town and with great police force, men and women. So it's a great thing. So thank you very much. The next thing I have is public comment. Lisa, is any? So there's no public comment? Okay. Next item I have is the consent items. Paula, could you please?
Okay, if there are no objections, Supervisor Moore, I move to have the board approve the minutes of March 27, please.
And then Kim, do you have the accounts payable?
Yes, I have the bills list for April 10th, 2024. Total all funds, $3,966,461.77. And I also have the bills list for April 17th, 2024. Total all funds, $1,419,053.11.
Very good. Do I have a motion to approve all items?
Yes.
So moved.
Second, very good. So all items of the minutes and the accounts payable are hereby approved. The next item we have now is the public hearing for ordinance amendment for all-way stop sign at the intersection of Stonyford Road and East Village Road. Do we have a recorder, or is that necessary now? Not necessary, okay. Paul, if you could please review that for the public.
We were recommended by the Bowman Engineering Company, traffic engineer, to add a stop signs on both the northbound and the southbound approaches of Stonyford Road at its intersection with East Village Road in Holland. As required, this ordinance was properly advertised in the advance of Bucks County and posted on the township website. If the Board of Supervisors agree with this recommendation, the following motion I will make. I move to approve ordinance number 619, amending the Northampton Township Code, specifically Chapter 15, Motor Vehicles and Traffic, Part 2, for the purpose of adding stop intersections on both the northbound, the southbound approaches of Stonyford Road at its intersection with East Village Road. That has become a very busy intersection. I think this is a good thing.
Do we have a motion? Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
Second. Okay, board comment. Paula, would you have anything else to follow up on?
No, I think it's great. I think it's well needed.
Kim?
I totally agree. I have a business in Holland, and we definitely need that stop sign.
Bob?
Nothing here, thank you.
Okay, good. No, I agree. I think it's, I live on Stonyford Road, and I see hundreds of people every day walking back and forth, and it's going to be a great thing for the township. So you have a motion, a second, all those in?
One thing, just for the record, make sure the minutes reflect there was no public comment.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, Bob. So no public comment on it? Okay, so it's a motion.
Contractor. And with that, we awarded James D. Morrissey out of Philadelphia, PA, the bid, and his bid was $292,343.19. This bid includes milling township roads on, and I'm going to go through this, and it'll be quick. Old Jordan Road, Jericho Road, Brendan Court, Independence Drive, Revere Drive, Crestview, Firethorn, Evergreen, Bruce, Glasgow, Galloway, Douglas, Paisley, Tartan, Bonnie, Gaelic, Casey, Swallow, Starling, Robin, East Robin, Cardinal Drive, Bluebird Road, North Aqua, East Holland, Monica, Raffaella, Larch, and East Patricia. With those roads, we are going to work on this year. We have 200 miles of roads here in Northampton. We are responsible for 180 180 of those miles. 10 miles of that is state-owned roads like Buck, Alms House, Newtown, Richboro, Bridgetown, 2nd Street Pike, Bustleton Pike. PennDOT said, they have told us that they are going to do at least 8 to 10 miles of state roads this year. You can, in the meantime, if you're having any problems with potholes, I think a lot of people are, call PennDOT at 1-800-FIX-ROAD. If it is a township road, please call 215-357-6800. Now, the roads that we're doing, not only are we doing the roads, but some we are microsurfacing, and that will also prolong the life of our roads. So with that, I would like to make a motion.
Please do.
I move to award a bid to James D. Morrissey of Philadelphia, PA, for roadway milling for $2.43 per square yard for 1.5 inches maximum depth milling in the amount of $292,343.19 based on the quantities outlined in the bid documents and specification for roadway milling bids. And that's all I have.
Good. Thank you, Kim. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Paul? Okay. Kim, anything else to follow?
I just want to let everyone know that we have, as a board, a few years ago, we had decided that we are going to make it a priority of making sure that we pave or microsurface 10 miles of road a year. This board has been worked very hard to make sure that we get those 10 miles done per year. So I'm pretty proud of what's going on with our roads. We're getting there. And it was a rough winter, and we're just recovering from all that.
Good. Okay, thank you. Paula?
Thank you, Kim. No, I think it's great.
Good. Bob?
The road conditions are a subject of frustration, I think, for all of us. Not only do we drive on them, but we hear about it quite frequently from constituents, and it's frustrating. We have very little control over the state roads, and I do explain that to people. But when it comes to our roads, the township roads, which, as you said, 180 out of 200, we've been very diligent about this, and I expect this board will continue to do so. So I'm all in favor of this to meet our commitment to the township residents.
Yes. The only thing I'll add to is we also talked at the board meeting is that there's a very scientific method of actually determining which roads to do each year. And we have a robotic that goes around all the roads and actually measures the damage to the road and what needs to get done and what doesn't need to get done. So we want to make sure we do it in a very impartial way. And, we've done that for about 2-3 years now. We'll continue doing that process. And so, as Kim mentioned, 180 miles, we're doing over 10 miles ourselves, paid by the township. And then we're very fortunate that PennDOT's going to do about half their roads this year. So, and all the major roads of town. So it's going to be a win-win for everybody. So,
Yes.
So I have a motion. I have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 4-0. Kim, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Okay. No other new business. Next item I have is the liaison reports. Kim?
Yes. First, the Senior Center. Looking for something different and enjoyable to do this Friday night. April 19th, why not stop by the Senior Center for an evening of shopping fun? Our Senior Center, for those of you who don't know, is right across the street from the library. From 5 until 8:30, the center will host over 40 local vendors selling their wares. There will be a great selection of merchandise to choose from just in time for the big gift-giving season that's upon us. Admission is free and open to everyone. Refreshments will be available for purchase by the Northampton Lions Club. Make sure to mark your calendars for this Friday evening, April 19th, from 5 to 8:30. It promises to be a great night. And Parks and Rec. Special thanks to Officer Wyatt of the Northampton Township Police Department for helping the students enrolled at the Northampton Preschool practice their emergency response safety training on March 25th. The staff and children really enjoyed and learned from Officer Wyatt's help, showing them evacuation procedures in an emergency. Thank you for helping us stay safe, Officer Wyatt. Our seasonal summer staff is almost complete for the summer of 2024. Parks and Rec is seeking applications from college students for the few remaining camp counselors, lifeguards, and front desk positions for this. Rec is excited to join the field of recreation after spending many years as the operation manager at Aquatot Swim School in Horsham. Welcome to the team, Derek. And for more information about our parks and events, contact the Administration Building, the Rec Center, or visit Parks and Rec website. And that's all I have.
Thanks, Kim. Paula?
Okay. I wanted to talk about the library. The library staff wants to express their thanks for us recognizing, the Board of Supervisors recognizing last month's honor of the National Library Week. This month in April. They're grateful for the amount of support offered by the township's administrative staff and our leadership. The library staff would also like to publicly thank the township's Public Works Department for all the attention they pay to keeping the library in great condition. They are responsive to all repair requests and perform exceedingly well in preventative maintenance as well. And the strategic plan that's going on now, the committees have dedicated a lot of time trying to implement the plan. And we meet regularly, and we're motivated, and we have a lot of teamwork amongst the groups. Communication efforts have been outstanding, and we all participate, and everyone is very valuable in the strategic plan. I also want to talk about the Veterans Advisory Committee, that I missed the meeting, but November 9th is Veterans Day, and we are going to celebrate that. We're going to hopefully get the Liberty Warbirds attending, if the weather's permitting. It's the helicopter show, which is good. So that's all I have for the vet, though. Thank you.
Good. Thanks, Paula. Bob?
Yes, no liaison reports tonight. I did just want to follow up briefly on Police Week and what Chief LeCompte mentioned in his remarks. I'm very pleased, and I think the other members of the board would probably agree, that you see a lot of negative attention about police in the news. It's sensationalized, and there's frequently an attempt to pit the public against the police officers. I don't think it's fair. And what they do, even in Northampton, which is a relatively safe area, is not easy, and it's not always safe. People are quick to say, what's the danger in a Northampton or a Newtown? I'd like to remember for a moment Officer Brian Gregg, who was executed at St. Mary's Hospital after a traffic stop in September of 2005. I was in the district attorney's office at the time. They do a dangerous job, and it's easy to watch the news and second-guess what you yourself may have done based on camera footage or eyewitness testimony. But they make these decisions in split seconds, and our guys make these decisions every single day, every single traffic stop, and they do an exemplary job. And I think they deserve to be recognized at least 1 week a month for that.
Good. Thank you, Bob. Well said. Good. The only thing I'd like to add is, from a planning and zoning standpoint, it's actually been relatively quiet. We're going to have things for the mill race coming up next month, I believe, and a couple other things. One thing I would like to mention, though, I did had the honor of getting a tour of the firehouse last week. The firehouse in Richboro has officially opened, and so you'll see a lot more activity there. So the firemen have moved from the former police building to the main building in Richboro, and so I got a personal tour with Adam, which was very special, which is good. I actually brought my 6-year-old grandson along the way, so he enjoyed it too. I know Adam is planning to have an open house for the firehouse for the whole community, which will be happening probably next month or so. So it'll be an excellent opportunity for people to stop by the firehouse. And I think if everything goes according to plan, the firehouse in Holland should open sometime in May. That's what I'm hearing. So That's what we're shooting for. So I'm looking at Bob as I say that, but that's all I have. Next item is the manager's report. Bob?
I have nothing to report. I was going to talk about the fire station.
No, okay, I'm sorry. I
It's all
stole your
good. No,
thunder.
it's all good. It's all good.
Okay. Bill, anything?
Nothing to report tonight, thank you.
Okay, Joe?
No report this evening, thank you.
You're making this too easy. Amanda?
And no report tonight, thank you.
Okay, we're going to break a record here, ladies and gentlemen. Is there any public comment, Lisa?
I just wanted to mention quickly that I'm very happy that we did build this fire station, because I know a lot of people were against how big, and it's overdue, overkill, but I don't think it is. We don't have any volunteers, very few volunteers, so we have to house the paid firefighters. So, and safety is number one. I mean, especially in Northampton, we take care of things. We're proactive with what we do. So I just want to mention that to everyone, to remind them it's big and we know it, and it was expensive, but it is all worth it. 10 years, 15, 20 years from now, it's going to, we're going to be happy. Everyone will be happy we have it.
Yeah, no, I agree. Well said. And one of the things I'll mention, we did have the Board of Supervisors meeting early this month because of the next week is a holiday, of course, with Passover starting. So that's why we did this tonight. So any other comments from the board? Or okay, hearing none, the meeting's officially adjourned. Thank you.